Alright, I got another battle here against Raistmagic from Smogon, and I made a few changes to my team, so let's see how it works out. I lead off Trick, which never actually seems to work for me. I get stuck with his Scarf, and I continue tricking in case he wants to switch, and he has two Scarfers, so that's not going to work at all. I switch back to Gyarados, or against his Heatran, and he immediately goes to Celebi, and he gets Rocks Up, and I get Rocks Up, so that's more like the way the battle should have started. Nothing gained, nothing lost. He goes back to Heatran. I send out Gyarados. He hits me with a Dragon Pulse. It doesn't really do anything, and I'm just going to Waterfall because I know he has that Celebi, and I know it's not leftover, so I just want to get as much damage on it as possible to hopefully be able to take it out later. And the obvious Grass move, or Thunder Wave, or Trick is coming. Jirachi can take all of those, and he stays in and decides to Grass Knot again instead of switching, so I can get the U-turn off and go to Gengar. And I get up a free sub as he goes out to Swampert, and I just hit it with the Shadow Ball because I'm hiding behind a sub. I kind of expected him to roar me out, but instead I get the special defense drop and he hits me with the Surf, so I am able to take it out with Focus Blast, just in case he switches to like that Heatran or something. Luckily it does hit, so everything is good. He sends in a Scizor. I know he'll Bullet Punch because he doesn't want to risk me subbing and blocking Pursuit or anything, so I send in Heatran and Earth Power what I thought would be a Heatran switch in. I hit Celebi instead, and he switches it out instead of staying in to see which move I used, which I thought is weird, and I am basically trying to fodder Jirachi, but he decides to overpredict and use a not very effective move, so I get a little bit of extra damage in on Heatran, which I thought might be kind of nice, but didn't end up mattering in the long run. And he eventually switches out to Gyarados, and I go to Celebi as he Dragon Dances, and what do I do here? I just go for the Psychic, and he fodders his Celebi to get a free switch on me. So I know the U-turn is coming, I want switch advantage, and I tried to fodder Jirachi before and failed. This time I actually do fodder Jirachi, and he brings in Heatran, so I send in Infernape, trying to bait him into Earth Power so I could switch in Gengar for free. He told me he thought I was Scarfed and went to Gyarados to try and take the close combat, but that works out in my favor anyways because Shadow Ball will take it out. And he shows me his last, which is a Sceptile, and is not going to be too threatening, especially since I have Celebi. Infernape does have Mach Punch, which will take it out if I get it below about 50%, so I just go for the Earth Power. I know it will hit Scizor fairly hard, it will kill Heatran, and it should do enough to Sceptile. So, yeah, he sends Scizor back in. He superpowers, I guess, predicting my switch to Heatran, but instead I go to Gyarados because I am using, as someone suggested in the comments of my last video, special defensive Rest-taught Gyarados, who I know can take a few hits from Sceptile unless it has Thunder Punch or something, so yeah, I Sleep Talk a Dragon Dance. I still don't outspeed though because I'm slow, and he goes for the Leaf Storm, and that does a lot less than I was expecting it to actually. I will be able to survive another one, which is nice because I Sleep Talk to Rest, which doesn't do anything. But yeah, I wake up and Dragon Dance, and even though it's not very effective, Sceptile doesn't really have any defense, so Waterfall takes it out, and all he's got left is Scizor, who I survive his Bullet Punch with 1 HP, which once again totally mattered. I'm sorry, that was game-changing hacks right there, and I take him out with Waterfall. That was a good game. Rate, comment, sub. Thanks for watching. Bye.